I want to thank everybody for coming out to Media Day and supporting me and my teammates, and I just want to address the elephant in the room. Yes, I will be playing in the national championship. The injury was just a scare, but it was definitely a wake-up call. I don't think I can put my body through another year of college football without being compensated for it. With that being said, this is going to be my last game with the Rivercats, and I want to bring home the national championship before moving on to the NFL. Thanks so much. Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome to the National Championship here in Season 6. Now, this season has been pretty unpredictable, to be honest. We started out this year hot, and I honestly thought the combo of Carmichael and Storm would bring us home, along with Hollinson. But then Dunn Carmichael got hurt, and in came backup quarterback Jamal Wilson. In the same game, he got hurt. Who would have predicted that two quarterbacks would be done for the season pretty much? And in comes Ty Featherstone, a pocket quarterback, a different type of quarterback. But I kind of like Donovan Nash a little better. He fit the system there, but then he started to show his inexperience, started turning the ball over, and with that, I went back to Featherstone. But in the meantime, Hollinson ran wild. This guy was incredible. He only has a 16 catch radius rating, and he definitely went into this year with kind of a mantra to be, hey, I'm an all-around back. I'm going to do everything I can to help our team win. And he did that, bringing home the Heisman Trophy, and now we hop into the National Championship here in Season 6. And Dunn Carmichael has made his return to the starting lineup last week in a blowout win versus Alabama. We take on number 1 Ole Miss, who is getting so much love from the BCS committee. Their only loss is by 7 to Alabama. Yes, that's it. But they did not play in the conference championship. Utah did. They were ranked number 3, and they didn't get that love. They did not jump to number 2. So here we are with 2 SEC teams in the national championship, and we are going up against the nation's leading rusher in Ben Bonner. J.J. Hollinson led the NCAA in touchdowns. Bonner led in yards. So if there's one game that will mean a lot for Ben Bonner, it's probably this one, to show that he's the best running back in the nation. They also have another 1,000-yard rusher in Javon Dykes. 2 1,000-yard rushers on the same roster, both seniors. I mean, this is going to be a tough game for our defense stopping the run. Remember, Ole Miss does run that triple option, so that is why they have 2 really good running backs. And defensively, they're not bad. Anthony Bostic led their team with 3 interceptions, but they have a ton of playmakers on this defense. So here we are, the number 4 rush offense versus the number 1 rush defense. Let's hop into this game as Ole Miss will kick the ball away. The national championship is underway. Trey Frazier back to receive the opening kickoff. He takes it to the left side, and he gets hit hard. Whoa, at about the 16-yard line. Ole Miss setting the tone already. And here comes Dunn Carmichael. J.J. Hollinson announces this is his final game. He gets the first carry. 1st and 10, handoff to the right side, and Hollinson tries to cut back, and he picks up just a gain of 3 yards. So 2nd and 7 this time. Carmichael, he throws to the left side. He's going to find the senior, Ethan Andrews, who gets tackled before the first down marker. Ethan Andrews had a few catches last game, and he actually got into the end zone. So let's see what he does in this one. 3rd and 1, handoff. Hollinson finds a small lane, and he does pick up enough for the first down, barely fighting forward. You know Ole Miss is going to be zeroed on Hollinson coming back from injury, but we have a ton of playmakers. They're going to have to cover our whole team. So here's Andrews again, another quick catch to the left side, and he picks up 11. Andrews has been a mismatch nightmare his entire career as a Rivercat, and he's playing in his final game. Let's see what he does as a senior. So Carmichael, 1st and 10, tries to throw it deep, and he gets sacked on the play. Loss of 11 yards. Darrell Owens on the sack. And that brings it to a 2nd and 21 now. Carmichael, they rush 4 this time. Great move by the left end. He gets in for the sack, beating Colton Hollywood at left tackle. Kenneth Williams this time. It's now 3rd and 32 after that big-time sack. So now 3rd and long. It looks like they're going to send a blitz on this one. Let's see. We block Hollinson. Good protection. We throw deep. We got Zane Storm open. And he drops it. Wow. 4th and 32 after that drop. That was a touchdown. That was a good way to open this game. And Zane Storm just drops it. And now we punt the ball away as out comes Ole Miss on offense. You got to think they're going to hand the ball to Bonner quite a bit in this one, the nation's leading rusher. Here is Clint James at quarterback. He coughs it up on the first play. Jake Braun scoops it, and he scores. It's a touchdown. Brian York with the hit. What is he on? They are going to have to test him after this game. I mean, that is the 2nd straight game. He had a pick 6 to start the SEC championship, now a forced fumble, and now it's 7-0. So here comes Clint James back onto the field, and look who it is. I mean, York has been making plays. I don't know what's gotten into him. He's always been good, but this is monster level. This is unstoppable. And now 2nd and 12. Here's a pitch play to left side. This time Bonner gets his first carry, and he breaks the tackle by Jacob Drackett and brought down by Jake Braun and Latrell Hopkins, the true freshman. So 3rd and 8 this time. Clint James under center. He's going to try to get rid of it. He's sacked. Derek Beaumaye with the play. And we get a punt here as our offense comes back out onto the field. So remember, Hollinson was hurt in the first drive last game. Here he is with another carry up the middle, and it's a gain of 8 to start us out here, as now we move it closer to the 50. We're going to run Stephen Ford in motion here for a little bit of an option. 3rd and 2, faking, and he's going to keep it himself, and it's Dunn Carmichael across the 50, and that's a first down, as now we lose a couple of yards on the next play, bringing it to a 2nd and long. Running a receiver in motion. Carmichael throws across the middle. He's got Zane Storm. This time he holds on to it. Gain of 21, and it's a first down. So now at about the 33-yard line, handoff Hollinson. Good blocking that time. It's Mathis who opens up that hole. Man, Mathis is such a good player, and he opens up that one. First down, as now we get it inside of field goal range at about the 22. Joe Bashai checks in this time. It's going to be a screen pass out to left side. Great blocking. And Bashai gets to the outside. Pushed out of bounds at the 3. Gain of 18 for him. 1st and goal. Dunn Carmichael now hands off. Bashai still in the game, and he runs it in. It's a touchdown. 4 yards for the sophomore running back. And he finds the end zone. It's now 14-0 here in the national championship. So here is Clint James this time. He's going to keep it himself, and he gets hit hard. Clint James is more of a pocket passer. I don't think he fits this offense very well. I don't know why they actually have him at starter, but he runs this option offense, and he's been winning so far. On the next play, and look at this. It's another tackle in the backfield. Loss of 2 yards. Brian York again. So 3rd and 7. Another quick tackle in the backfield. And that time it's Jonathan Thousand who got in there right away. And it's incomplete and a punt. So this game has started much like the Alabama SEC championship game. Here we are back on our offense with a 2-score lead with a chance to make it 3. Carmichael throws across the middle. He's got Ethan Andrews again. Gain of 18. It's funny, man. These game plans that we have implemented, now getting the tight ends involved late in the season. Ethan Andrews, nobody can guard that guy. So play action fake this time. Throw to the right side. This time it's the backup tight end, Eric Klugen. Gain of 12. He picks up the first down. So now at about the 32-yard line this time, we have the read option called. Faking. Carmichael keeps up the middle, and he slides down. It's going to be a gain of 9 yards. Now we're inside the red zone. So 3rd and 1 this time. Handoff. Hollinson cuts back a little bit and does get caught up behind the line. 4th and 2. What are we going to do? I don't know. Coach J might play this safe. It's the national championship, and we do. We kick the field goal. Trust our defense. We've been playing well. It's 17-0. So here is Clinton James back on the field. He takes to the right side. He picks up his biggest run of the game. It's a gain of 12 for him and a first down. As now he moves the chains close to the 39-yard line. This time he comes out with play action fake. Throw to left side. It's Warren who led their team in receiving in the regular season. He's an 1,000-yard receiver as well. His first catch of the game. So this time James pitches to Dykes. Dykes throws a huge stiff arm on Jacob Drackett, and taken down from behind, Osiris Hovick gets the stop. So after moving the chains once again, it looks like they might be onto something this drive. Running Bonner in motion. This time James keeps. He makes a man miss and throws another stiff arm and picks up a gain of 12. Drackett on the tackle that time, and they're inside the red zone now. So 6 minutes left here in the second quarter. Clint James keeps, and he runs it to the right side. It looks like he's tackled for a gain of 1, but Brian York tackled him. It looks like he may have landed on his shoulder, and Clint James is going to have to come out of this game. But in comes JT Lott, the future for this Ole Miss team. He definitely fits the offense. It makes complete sense on why he is playing for them and why they recruited him. He is very shifty, very fast. He actually doesn't throw the ball too bad either, and he's a sophomore. He's got 2 years to be a starter in the coming years. So here comes JT Lott onto the field. He's going to line up here under center, fake it to the fullback. He breaks a tackle, and he pitches to Dykes, and Dykes has got room. It's a touchdown for Ole Miss. JT Lott provides a spark off of the bench, and Ole Miss is right back in this game. 17-7. You see Lott even broke a tackle on that one by the senior. Corey McDaniels gets it over to Dykes. It's 17-7. So 4.5 minutes left now. Here's Carmichael. He's going to hand it off to Hollinson, who had some room. Oh, and he gets caught from behind. He could have took that one to the house and looked like he had a wide open lane. So now 3.5 minutes left here. Handoff, and Hollinson tackled in the backfield. Huge hit that time by Darrell Owens. He's been all over the field so far. He's a sophomore as well. So 3rd and 11 this time. Carmichael throws to the right side. He's got Stephen Ford. First down and more. Close to the 50. First down throw done. Carmichael's got the cannon to get it there in a hurry. And now the clock winds down to 2.5 minutes left. Quick throw to the right side. Right back to Ford. And he picks up a gain of 8. We have so many weapons on this offense. Literally everybody's a threat when they get the ball. So Carmichael, he's going to hand off. Hollinson cuts upfield. He's got nothing but end zone in front of him. It's a touchdown. Just like that, in a blink of an eye, J.J. Hollinson takes off 42 yards to the end zone. And with that carry, he does have the school rushing record for a season, 1,644. But take a look at our guard. That's Ryan Mathis. He moves to one guy, moves to the second level, and he just pretty much seals up that hole. He's been doing that since last season. He's a big reason why Hollinson gets the yardage he does. And now here we are back on defense, 24-7, and JT Lott already in trouble. It's a sack by Corey McDaniels getting to him. Remember, he missed the tackle on Lott earlier. He gets his revenge. So now 2nd and 14. Lott's still in the game. He's going to try to take it himself, and he's going to be sacked. Jermaine Neal holds the edge. Take a look. Lott tries to run this, but Neal just says, nuh-uh, you're not getting to the outside. He just pushes his tackle right back into the quarterback. So 3rd and 22. 30 seconds left here in the first half. Throw to left side. Bonner has it. But look who's there. It's Brian York again. That's a way to send a message. Put a big-time hit on the nation's leading rusher. So now back onto the field. Offense before half. We have 23 seconds left. 2 timeouts. Ole Miss sends the blitz. We air it out deep. It's Storm. He's got it. He gets behind the defense. This time he holds on. It's a touchdown. 31-7 in this game. I mean, this is unimaginable. We blow out Alabama in the first game, and this one looks even worse. 31-7 going into halftime, as now Ole Miss comes back out onto the field. One last play left. Let's see what they do. They might just run it here, get it into half. No, Lott's going to drop back to throw. He's going to throw deep to left side, and he's got Weber behind the defense. Weber gets to the 15 and tripped up. 56 yards. Dylan DiRoberto gets beat bad on that one, but at least he saves the touchdown, and Ole Miss settles for 3 points, but 31-10 going into halftime. Another dominant defensive performance. Second half coming next. So we are now 2 quarters away from our first ever national championship here in this series. Handoff Bonner to start the second half, and he is just not going anywhere. 2 rushes, 5 yards. So 2nd and 9 this time. Lott still remains in the game. Looks like they're going to go with him probably for the rest of the game. He gives a little bit of a spark, but he picks up 4 yards. He can't get away from Brian York. So now 3rd and 5 this time. It looks like Bonner is going to block this time. Lott tries to take off and tackled from behind. And it's J.J. Taylor on his first big tackle of this game. And Ole Miss punts. So down by 21, they punt. That's an interesting decision here. They should have probably gone for that. Here's Joe Bashai, who checks in to start the next drive, and he picks up a gain of 7. As now Hollinson comes back into the game here. Handoff, Hollinson cuts back. He's got a lot of room. He puts out a move. He's still on his feet, and he falls forward close to the 40-yard line. First down. He's at about 90 yards rushing here in this game. So 1st and 10 this time. Carmichael rolls out to the right side. He throws on the run. Hollinson dives. Oh, and he almost had it. If there was one signature play in that game, it would have been that one. Laying out for the ball, Hollinson. That would have been an exclamation point on his NFL draft status. So he gets the ball right back, though, and he picks up a gain of 10. First down. He's at 100 yards rushing here. 99 just about. So line up in the tights formation. This time Carmichael moves, he throws, and he's got Storm again. A lot of room, and he steps out of bounds. Gain of 20 for him. He should probably have 2 touchdowns at this point. That one puts him over 100 yards receiving. So handoff on a 2nd and 3. Hollinson runs over a defender, gets to the 1. It's a 1st and goal. So now under center this time, Carmichael pitches out to left side. He gets the block from Klug, and Hollinson walks in. Touchdown, 2 yards out, 38-10. Would anybody have predicted that the national championship would be a 28-point lead in the 3rd quarter? I mean, you got to be kidding me. So here is JT Lott. He's not going to quit, though. He's going to find Kevin Warren, the leading receiver for Ole Miss, picking up a gain of 17 yards. So under center at the 40, throw across the middle. It's Weber again, who beat Dylan DiRoberto a couple of times in this game. He picks up 9 yards and a 1st down. So here is JT Lott under center this time. He's going to drop back to pass. We send the pressure. He throws to the right side, and it's picked off again. This time, Kamari Jamison. He's going to take it to the house. It's a touchdown. 2 defensive touchdowns here in this game. And this one is a rout. 45-10. And that was just a baited throw. That is just inexperience at quarterback. You have a cover 0 blitz on, and you dump it out to running back, but you don't see the safety coming up. And that's an easy pick 6. And JT Lott, it looks like he's just running for his life this game. Here he takes off. Gain of 14, but this game is out of reach. You can pretty much call this one over here in the 3rd quarter, but we got to play defense. So throw out to left side this time. Lott, he's going to find Warren, who does beat DJ Derail in coverage. He gets to the 30-yard line, but it's a 1st down. So Lott has made a few mistakes in this game, not too many, but he tries to take off, and he gets hit hard. Loss of 2. Brian York on the hit, man. If he doesn't get MVP in this game, I don't know. He's made play after play in these last couple games. So here's Lott on a 3rd and 9. He gets hit on that throw, and it looks like Osiris Hovig came around the edge and just knocked it out of his hands. How is that not a fumble? But Ole Miss, look at this. They settle for 3, down 45-10, and they're kicking field goals. It's 45-13 now. So we do remain with our starters in this game. No hurt in this one. Throw deep on the first play, and it's Whiteside. He's got a big-time play. Gain of 38. Done. Carmichael, another efficient game. He hasn't even had to have the big-time throwing numbers, but he just throws it right on the money. I mean, these big-time throws like that, I mean, that is NFL caliber. If there's one season that really mattered, it would be next one, because he could be a potential #1 overall pick if he keeps this up. But speaking of first-round picks, here is Hollinson. He stays on his feet, breaking a tackle in the backfield, getting up to the 5-yard line, getting inside the 5, as now we give it to him. 1st and goal, handoff, Hollinson. He's going to walk in. It's 52-13. Wow. So Ole Miss comes back out onto the field. It looks like they may be lifeless, but they throw deep. It's Weber again. He gets behind DiRoberto, and he's going to take it all the way inside the 10. DiRoberto is not having a good game. That's his 3rd time getting beat badly by Maurice Weber. and now they're inside the 10-yard line, but it doesn't matter. We're up by, I don't even know how many scores at this point. Lott throws to the end zone. It's Warren. Touchdown, 8 yards out, but it probably doesn't matter as now they line up for the onside kick, down by 32, and it is recovered by Chris Whiteside, and that one will do it. The Rivercats are victorious. The first national championship in St. Louis State history. And how about that dominant performance back-to-back versus two SEC schools at that? I mean, that is just crazy. As Kamari Jamison gets a touchdown, Jake Braun gets a touchdown. I mean, everybody gets a touchdown in this one. And Ole Miss, from the jump, really had no chance. I mean, we took a lead and did not give it up. And JT Lott had to come off of the bench and take over for the starter. Feel bad for the kid. He's going to come back next year a lot stronger as the starter. He's going to have himself a full season of play as well and experience. I know Ole Miss is going to be back. They just weren't ready for this. This defense, what we've done in these last like 4 games or so, has been historic. I have not been a part of a team that has dominated like this on defense in the SEC championship and then in the national championship. I mean, this was just crazy. Brian York was the MVP, and he definitely solidified himself as a first-round selection next year. He was already one of the best linebackers in the nation, one of the best safeties a few years ago, and now here he is once again. I mean, he was spectacular. Hollinson had 3 touchdowns. He was spectacular. He plays in his final game. Zane Storm was good. He had a touchdown. It says he had 0 drops. We obviously saw that drop earlier. Hollinson had the only drop, I guess, recorded. But our offensive line, I mean, we just dominated them once again, just like the Alabama game. Our defense, our offensive line, I went into the season thinking that was going to be the weakness. They have been the strength this entire year. York had a sack, 4 tackles for loss. I mean, that is just crazy. And a forced fumble picked up by Jake Braun. Drackett had 3 tackles, and J.J. Taylor also had 2 sacks in this one. And honestly, J.T. Lott was running for his life. Jermaine Neal had a sack. McDaniels had a sack in his final game. I mean, we were just all over the field. And then Kamari Jamison had that pick 6 in the second half. I mean, such a big game. I mean, man, what didn't we do in this game? I mean, honestly, we played good defense, ran the ball well, we threw the ball well, stopped the pass for the most part. I mean, we gave up a couple of big plays to Weber. But, I mean, this Ole Miss team was basically just slapped in the mouth. They couldn't recover. And JT Lott, like I said, didn't look too bad. He's a sophomore. He'll be back. 2 more years of starting. He ran the ball pretty well. He scrambled quite a bit. He does have a little bit of happy feet. But we end up getting the national championship. And what do you know? Ben Bonner, 2 attempts, 5 yards. That is the exact same thing we did to Tyrone Fitzpatrick in the SEC championship. Ben Bonner, probably worse, to be honest. 2 attempts, 5 yards. That is embarrassing. So what do we have to look forward to in the offseason? Well, we have a national championship. That means that, recruiting will get harder. And also, NFL teams will start looking at our team for players because now players will start declaring early going to the league. So next episode, I will recap this season. I want to go over a lot. And I want to talk about, just the future of this team, where we're going to go from here. We're missing Hollinson next year, missing Brian York, Corey McDaniels. A lot of good pieces are going to be gone from this team, and even some offensive linemen declaring for the draft early. So you don't want to miss that. We're going to recap this season, look back on the magical run we had to the national championship, and we're on top of Ole Miss. So hit subscribe, hit that like button, stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I've been working hard for a minute. The ones who don't deserve it seem to be the ones that get it. The ones who speak the truth never get the recognition, but the ones that act foolish seem to get all the attention. It don't matter though, yeah. Hey, it don't even matter though, no. Hey, it don't even matter.